Plastic is of great utility, but how are we disposing it?
Yeah.
It was more about saving the shop than making it into a noteworthy business like how it is today. Today's generation, they want everything happening in a jiffy. We need to accept failure.
Yeah.
Nobody came to drink juices. It was a utter flop in the beginning.
Yeah.
You asked for apple juice. Why wasn't it not given in an apple? They look at the juice, they smile at it. They're like, oh, this is mango. Oh, this is an apple. And it looks so beautiful. We are not just a juice bar. The moment you look at the juices, it's therapeutic. There is a smile coming on your face. We have made everybody our ambassadors. Nobody keeps quiet after having this juice. They will go and tell it to 10 other people. I'll never get tired of picking up waste, cutting them, putting them into the compost because I love the process. I know the dividends that I'll get after that. Eat Raja is to celebrate my pet and of course my dad.
Wow.
Because it's in memory of both.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this new episode on White Pearl Studios. I'm your host, Niikhhil Kumar, and you know me as music composer, anchor and actor as well. And today, I'm thinking, what happens when a beloved radio jockey trades the mic for a juice blender and throws plastic out of the window permanently forever? And today's guest is Anand Raj, the man behind Eat Raja. You would have seen him. India's first zero-waste juice bar. And he's here to talk about fruit shells, purpose-driven entrepreneurship, and the wild ride from being an RJ to a revolutionary personality. This isn't just juice, ladies and gentlemen. It's a change in a glass. So, Raj...
Not in a glass, but a fruit cup.
There you go. See, this is exactly why I love him, because I've been loving him for the last 20 years, I can say, because our relationship goes way beyond, I think 2 decades now.
Yeah.
We met up when we were part of the core team of Radio Mirchi Bangalore when it launched.
We set up Radio Mirchi.
There you go.
Radio Mirchi Kannada.
Radio Mirchi Kannada. And our relationship from then on has only grown. And that's when he's obliged to be here on this podcast. Raj, first of all...
Don't make it sound like
formal.
Obliged. I feel happy. It's just catching up of good old friends.
Yes.
And whole city of Bangalore was in love because he was Dr. Love back then. And his voice hasn't faded. Be it Bangalore or Dubai or anywhere across the world, I think he's cast a spell.
Thank you so much. And because we do anchoring shows as well, he does anchoring shows as well, ladies and gentlemen, apart from being the owner, the founder of Eat Raja. We'll talk about Eat Raja in just a little bit. But then he also does a lot of shows. He also does a lot of entrepreneurial work. He also does a lot of mentoring work. He's also mentoring a lot of these youngsters who are coming into this industry, be it in the Eat Raja industry. It's become an industry, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you why in just a little bit. But then you have become such a big inspiration, not just for the youth, but also for people who want to get into entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Because you have done something which is not just in terms of money, because everybody thinks business is only about money, but then you have shown to the world that you can still make money. It's still a business, but then having nature, having to protect the earth on a large scale, right? One, straight away I said in the opening lines, no to plastic whatsoever.
Yeah.
And that's the way to start. And then we'll talk about Eat Raja, what you do in Eat Raja especially. So, but ladies and gentlemen, very, very proud, right?
Thank you so much, Nikhil. It's not just making me feel happy because we are catching up after a not really out of touch for 20 years. We've been working on and off.
But not on a show.
Not on a show. Not like this.
Not like this. Not on the mics.
So it's
that's
really
what we love the
a
most.
new phase is always exciting.
Okay. Now, Raj, let's kick off, right? Now, let's start from word RJ, right?
Okay.
Everybody knew Raj as an RJ. RJ Raj, you were called. We used to call him Beat Raja.
Beat Raja, even now.
Even now, okay. Now, my team was pointing out, Shruti was saying, Beat Raja has B-E-A-T, Raja. You remove the B, it's Eat Raja. Did Eat Raja happen that way? No, you're not going to give it the credit.
Nikhil,
no?
actually, even back those days when we were doing radio, and I was always a foodie, as you know. Yeah. So I used to get a lot of food and keep eating all the time and bring food and all. So somebody had casually commented those days on Facebook, I think you are not Beat Raja, you are Eat Raja. Somewhere I think somebody had kind of predicted it, but later on it became a brand and what it is today, Eat Raja.
Okay, fabulous. Now you're also called the Juice King.
Yeah.
Okay, I've heard this. Okay, so people say, "Oh, Eat Raja ho raha." Okay, namguttu. So a lot of other names you have. Okay, apart from Eat Raja. So now tell me very first, how did this RJ journey? You had already a brand as an RJ. Okay, creating another brand. Okay, is very difficult.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go to that. First of all, I want to know what is that one inspiration that there's always this one moment in everybody's life, right? This happened and then you switch. What was the switch in your life?
Well, actually, I never really planned to switch to a juice making kind of a job. It just happened because my father passed away and he was already running a 40-year-old juice bar.
Oh, that has a legacy. That place in Malleshwaram has a legacy already?
In fact, I'm the third generation. My grandfather used to run it in
Wow.
Gandhi Bazaar.
Oh, wow. Okay. So then tell me, how did that inspiration come up?
So honestly, I never really planned because one, I'd never even entered kitchen. I only eat, but I don't make. So it was not something that I had planned. So we were planning to give off the shop in Malleshwaram where Eat Raja
I remember that
is.
conversation you had with me. Yes, go ahead.
So we wanted to give it off to someone who wants to run it, and because I was not, see, every day I was like sitting with maybe A.R. Rahman or Alia Bhatt, and those were the radio days that I enjoyed, right?
Yes.
Who would want to go and mop the floor, clean glasses? Not really. Not.
We used to walk around with celebrities back then.
Yeah.
But then,
So I wasn't really up for it, but somehow I think around that time, 2017, 2018 times, those were the days when people like transitioning into being an entrepreneur.
Right.
Everybody, and that too, a food entrepreneur is like a cool thing to be.
do. Yeah.
So I said, like, why not just let's take a sabbatical from radio and let me just try, since everything is already there, I just need to put my things together and maybe I should do something. Also, that time I had already completed like 11 to 12 years of radio.
Right.
So I said, like, okay, let me try doing something different.
You always feel like, you
Yeah.
have done radio a little bit and then you have done all the nuances of it and then you would like to want to evolve into somebody better.
Yeah,
right?
because you
There's
have to
always-
also grow, right? So I had done Kannada radio, I had done Hindi radio, then I was
Correct.
doing digital radio.
Correct.
I said, like, what next? Maybe something other than radio I should do.
Correct.
So I said, 6 months, let's just take off, maybe travel, maybe do all of these crazy things.
And you're also a travel freak, which I
Yes.
know. You're literally everywhere. And I can name the city. I know you've been there.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Now tell me something. Was there a turning point that actually made you realize that this juice shop, which my father ran for years, my grandfather also had it, could actually turn into more than a business as such?
Honestly, it was more about saving the shop than making it into a profitable or
Okay.
a noteworthy business like how it is today.
Okay.
But one thing was clear in my mind since I was studying in my college BMS, we were always inclined towards nature. I was also the president of my mountaineering club. So the only thing that we were always every week that we were thinking was, okay, let's go clean this lake, let's go plant there, let's go to this beautiful place which is nature and things like that. So I was so close to nature, I was inclined to it. So there was no two things about anything going against nature.
Okay.
So when I looked at my shop after my father passed away, my father used to serve almost everything in plastic. There was a lot of garbage. So around that time, during my radio days, I had interacted with Vani Murthy from my area. They were working a lot on making garbage free places. So I consulted and I told, see, this is what the situation is. My father passed away. I want to do this juice center. How can I make it sustainable? All that she said was just say no to anything that is a single use, Raja, like your straws,
Wow.
your tissues and all of that.
So no single use actually. So in your juice bar, let's say in Eat Raja, let's say anywhere Eat Raja. Tomorrow it's in Malleshwaram, it's in Bangalore. Tomorrow even it's going to be on Mars, for example. Eat Raja is on Mars. Okay, I know you have plans to expand there,
I
but take me
definitely
along.
have.
Okay, so there as well, Eat Raja is always forever in this galaxy going to remain one serve only.
It is
And-
definitely going to be earth friendly. So if you go to Mars, it will be Mars friendly.
Oh, that's a good correction. Good correction.
Because so far we are all doing to save the earth, right? Mars, we do not know how it is, but definitely. I mean, see, there is something called as the language of the land.
Right.
Okay? So you have to respect that.
Right.
So if that is a need over there, we will do that. But
Okay.
on earth, let's save earth first. We've already spoiled enough of that.
Correct. I know you'd have done 100 podcasts by now talking about Eat Raja everywhere. I've seen a lot of your interviews before on so many channels and so many news everywhere. But for the unversed on our podcast, do tell us and do educate us as to what exactly Eat Raja does.
Okay, let me introduce
Yeah,
myself.
please.
My name is
Yes.
Raja from Eat Raja, India's first zero-waste juice bar.
Wow.
So what does a zero-waste juice bar mean? Many people ask me
Yeah.
that. Okay, I just tell them that, we are a juice center where we do not generate any waste as such that is not earth-friendly.
Oh,
Okay. So basically everything that is generated even as a waste is definitely earth friendly. So we don't have any single use disposables like paper cup, plastic cup, tissues, all of these that are considered harmful for earth.
Yeah, they
So-
can't recycle basically.
Yeah. So we have everything served in fruit shells. Some of them you drink it, eat it. If you
Yeah.
don't eat it, we put it to either cows or put it in the composter. So nothing ever gets really wasted.
Okay.
And since I've done engineering, I do waste engineering now. So there are many times that we have like citrus peels, all of these are just getting wasted, right? So
Right.
out of that, we make bioenzymes, create a second source of revenue.
Wow.
So we make fruit peels, we take them and we make some kind of a beauty product, like maybe a soap or maybe detergent. So many things we make. So we are upcycling the product as well,
Wow.
making money. So making cash from trash.
That's
That's what we do.
Yeah, from absolute and from nature.
Yes, everything that is
Fruits and-
aligned with nature.
Aligned with nature. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's Eat Raja for you and his, juice bar. Which
That's
is
in a nutshell.
In a nutshell. Okay, there's a lot more about this man here, which I know. Okay, let's go one by one. Okay, now see, you were when you started this off, you were a celebrity already. Okay, you were
Celebrity,
Yeah, no, everybody, you're a celebrity. Let's
Okay,
face
yeah.
it, and a lot of people know it.
Quite a known face.
Correct, quite a known face, a known voice as well.
Yes,
because
definitely.
you were on radio.
We were on radio.
And after that, after a long stint of radio and that fame and everything, this would have come by as a surprise to a lot of people, including your family, on a personal front, on a professional front, because somebody would think that you would venture into movies or venture into something
Yeah.
else. It is a very natural transition. Like I moved into making music for movies and all that stuff, but how did this transition and how did this have people accepted it, your family? Let's start from family, because charity begins at home. So what was their reaction when
So before I quit radio, I had done Big Boss 4. So I was in one of the sections as voice. So the natural thing to progress was that my parents also thought that okay, I will join Colors Kannada. Maybe I'll become a part of the Big Boss team and things like that and all. But that didn't happen. After my father passed away. I had to take over the shop and do something. And since that, the entrepreneur bug had bitten me, I said, like, I want to do something in food. I want to do something revolutionary and all that. So my mom could not take it. Like, I was already in a good job, earning a handsome salary.
Yeah.
And she was not so happy with me coming and mopping the floor, picking up
that's
the
the issue, right?
So
When
she was
someone-
like, you don't need to do all these things. Just get back to TV or radio or movie. There were a couple of offers like come and be the assistant director and all. So I was like, okay,
Now,
thinking.
talk about movies. I think I ran away, did half Milana
Yeah.
role, and you stepped in.
But
Fortunately,
interesting part is in that movie, Niikhhil was supposed to be doing one part of it.
Yeah.
So after he quit, he had quit radio and he progressed into different things. I had to fill in the shoes.
Yes.
So in the movie Milana, ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಮೂವಿ ನೋಡ್ತಿರೋ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ನಿಖಿಲ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
yes.
So
and I should say thank you.
I am your voice actor or face actor. So the thing is, like, a lot of people do not know that Nikhil was also part of Milana movie, one of the biggest movies of Kannada film industry.
Ran for 1 year.
In fact, it is one of the only 2 movies that ran in PVR for 2 long years.
Wow.
Mungaru Male, we only did movie,
promotion.
audio, promotion,
Yes,
everything.
yes.
And right after that, and also it came from the same stable house, like,
Howದು.
Manu Murthy sir giving
Yes,
the music. The
yes.
music were already on the charts.
Yes.
Interestingly, the songs get first played to us even before it gets played on radio. So we kind of heard those songs and like, definitely that Ninnindale.
Yes.
Like we all do you remember that we had a listening of the audio songs and all before we get to play the song on radio?
We were very fortunate.
I'll tell you some story behind what happens in radio. In CD, those days CDs were there. Okay,
yes.
say if we have 10 songs, like there are many songs, right? Like Kivi Matu is there, then there is Male Nintu Hoda Mele,
Yeah.
and there is Ninnindale. Okay, Ninnindale featured Pooja Gandhi.
Correct.
Obviously, she was a sensation at that time because Mungaru
Mungaru
Male
Male had happened.
So they'll first give the CD to Nikhil and they say, Nikhil, give your, what do you think, which is the first song that we should break on radio? And then we all were sitting and listening, like we have to put our heads down and just listen to us from the ear. Okay, this sounds. Obviously, there was no doubt that, Ninindale would definitely be the chart buster, and it became a chart buster.
Even I
also.
thought so too. My vote back then was for
so
Ninindale.
his guess or his inputs on what song should be break first.
Yeah.
First we broke that song on radio, and that ran for like many months. Male Nintu Hoda Mele didn't never get played on radio because we treated it as a sad song.
Sad song,
And Mirchi doesn't play sad songs. But after the
Back
movie
then,
ran for
I don't know
almost
now, but
like
then,
now we do play. I mean,
Okay.
then also I think after it completed a silver jubilee is when we broke the song of Male Nintu Hoda
Male Nintu
Mele.
Hoda Mele, yes.
So these are all like really fond memories, and the number of sessions that we have had in the studios, Appu sir, the entire team.
Yeah.
Then back then used to be called Kushi Prakash. Now I think it's called Devil Prakash.
Yeah.
With every successful movie, the
Movies,
name
yes,
change.
his name.
So
Because I remember the studios that we had, the studios which were not occupied before.
Yes.
I used to sit with Apu and discuss about the films, and he was also a tech savvy
He was
person.
not just tech savvy, or music knowledge.
So he was like talking about it, and he was like saying, "Ila, the songs are coming out really well," and all the stuff. So we were like having that one to one. I cannot forget today.
And also the nice thing about Apu sir is that although he is new to radio, he was telling "Neeve ella namge helkodbeku because you are the pros," he said. And can you look at his bigger than
the aura that he
he was like a small kid, like a student. He's like, okay, you helkodi. No, should I hold it like this? Should I put it on like this?
Because I cannot even today, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot forget the way he treated us. He treated us literally equal to him. He's sitting. I remember we used to sit in the studio and he say, "Sari bartidya, heli idu." He's so humble, so down to earth. I think
we all used to have food together.
Yes,
Lovely days.
Amazing. So yes, go ahead. We were talking about
breaking the song. So I think one of the first person was obviously the music manager, and Nikki was consulted. Yao had na first break raise ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. Then he said, okay, let's do Ninindale. After that, one after the other, all the other songs came. So like amazing.
So now tell me, let's move on from that question. You were already an RJ before you got into being an entrepreneur. Now, did any of your RJing skills help in establishing Eat Raja as a brand?
Definitely to market the brand, because I was a very vocal person. In radio, what happens is, most of the radio jockeys, and like Dr. Love, like Niikhhil was one person who should not be publicly seen at all.
Correct.
Because we were hiding his face, because it's a Asharira Vani and people will fall in love with his voice. That had happened. So but I was the face of Mirchi at that time. So if anybody gets to know RJ from Mirchi, that would definitely be me, because I'm on ground as well.
And you used to do the broadcast as well. You were the only one who used to do broadcast.
I was the only one allowed to be seen publicly in every event. So I was very familiar to people as, oh, this guy is from Radio Mirchi. So that was the kind of a thing. So many people did recognize me. So when I started the juice bar, people like, hey, this is the same guy, right? He was there in that radio. He's doing this job he's doing. And many people who came, they were like not very happy. They said like, maybe I think I should not do it. And also those days, the business was not this way. Nobody came to drink juices. It was a utter flop in the beginning. So
and people were not aware that you can actually create such an awareness to protect the environment.
True.
And nobody had an idea, because we had a lot of these juice bars across the city, right? I think 20-25 years ago itself, we had a lot of these.
Lot of juice bars there.
But then not the way you turned it around.
I used to say, if you're coming and drinking my juice, I'll not give you a straw. And they thought I was a little snobbish, head-weighted, because I was a radio jockey. Like, oh,
our own fame goes against us sometimes.
So many people thought this guy is acting as if he's come from some planet, this thing, as if he's the only guy is supposed to be saving the earth. And look at his attitude. And many people even...
I think it's a problem in the way the society also looks at it, because somebody tries to make an attempt, and then, people first try to, ridicule about it, and then
if you're different, that always happens. You try and do some other song instead of doing the melodious one, then they say, not nice, he cannot do.
It's true.
But when you become a successful person, then everybody's like, I knew you had a spark. So that's how society works, and we just have to say.
Right. So Raj, tell me, personally, okay, let's touch upon professional and personal today, okay? Personally, what does Eat Raja mean to you today?
Well, it's passion
back
for
then
me.
And today.
It's passion for me, because I did not start Eat Raja thinking that, oh, one day it has to become a popular brand, or it has to cater to a certain kind of an audience. So our vision was very clear. Mission, everything was very clear in my mind, that I only wanted to do zero waste, do whatever, but definitely it has to be earth friendly. And touchwood, today we are doing extremely well when it comes to anything that is being done for the planet. And like I said, like, we never sell juices. So we only are doing things that are zero waste. Our approach, that we sell a concept called zero waste. So everything that we do has to be around planet friendly things.
Also, I think, guys like me and you, we never fail to acknowledge people who have helped us behind the scenes, and that's what makes our personalities today. Whatever people want to know about it. But today, do you think Eat Raja happened because you were there, and did anyone else help you? How many people? I mean, do you want to today go ahead and on a podcast say thank you maybe to those people who helped you? What was your team
Definitely,
like?
I couldn't have been whatever I am today all alone by myself. I really can't credit it to myself at all. But definitely, my upbringing, of course, my college. So I must credit it to my college, my BMS College of Engineering, the Mountaineering Club where I joined,
Right.
my seniors who taught us about minimum impact, being very close to nature.
Right.
It all started from there. That early age of 16, 17 when you're, handheld into something like this. Uh, I still remember in my college days, I was told that I should never throw anything out of the pocket. It should either go in, it should either go into the pocket or into my bag. So till date, I practice it. I never throw anything just like that randomly. So
Okay.
these are life lessons that were taught from my college, and I carry them even till date. And after, when I wanted to start Eat Raja, of course, Vamrani, my mom was my inspiration. She
Wow.
comes from a village, so she was like, what you guys are fancily doing all these zero waste? This is what we used to do in our village.
Back in, yeah.
I have never really thrown any food. I used to go put it to the
Yeah.
cow, or we'll to put it in the pit and we just close it. That's it, done. And that's how they
I
have
think also
lived.
Scooby Murray.
Scooby Murray, my dog. Actually, Eat Raja name comes because of my pet.
There you go. See, I had this
Because
thought on
my
head.
father thought he's a Labrador, he understands only English. So he used to talk to him in only English, and he used to feed him, okay? And he used to say, Eat Raja. He used to make him sit on the dining table and say, Eat Raja, eat Raja. And I used to go crazy, like
what
does
is he
anyone
doing?
get a pet dog to sit on a dining table and feed somebody like that?
Yeah.
Like, you keep quiet, you don't know.
I don't know.
And then
Right.
it's like, okay, fine, I'm not going to get into you people. So that is how much my parents loved my pet, Scooby Murray. So Eat Raja is to celebrate my pet and of course my dad.
Wow.
Because it's in memory of both.
Now it's a legacy.
It's a legacy.
It's a third generation legacy.
Yes.
Wow.
It is.
Okay. Now let's get to the actual concept part. Okay, because a lot of people now they kind of understand that protect the environment, save the environment, no plastic, no covers and all that stuff. But then, now tell me something. How did this idea of actually a zero waste juice bar come to you? Because you could have done anything else
Yes,
from there.
yes. This thought came to me because around that time, like I was influenced when I was a radio jockey also. I used to meet up with Meenakshi Bharat and Vani Murthy had done a wedding which is completely zero waste. I was like, how can a wedding, what is a zero waste?
A wedding in India is zero waste?
And zero waste term in itself was very fancy to me. What is zero waste? I was thinking the waste. Zero waste. What is zero waste wedding?
That also came by.
Yeah, that also came back
Size zero came by.
around that time.
Around that time, yeah.
So I was very intrigued by what exactly is this. Let me go find out. And then when I met them, they said like, all we're doing is making sure that there are no disposables, no garbage. I was very inspired by what they did.
Okay.
And today, if Eat Raja is inspiring a few more people, I think it's the baton being given to me and me giving to somebody else.
Okay.
So the process just continued just like that. So I was very impressed by them. And
Now, if you were a corporation, say if you're a bigger corporation or a bigger enterprise, you had 1,000 crores to give, at your disposal and stuff, then you would have been a bigger enterprise and things would have been maybe slightly easier. Okay. Now that if we have to consider you at a street food level, for example, right? If I have to take that as just an example, it comes with its own challenges.
Yeah.
Right.
so we call ourselves warriors,
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Because there is no single day that you rest and say, thank God, today I have nothing to worry about. if anybody wants to become an entrepreneur, you just be ready.
Right.
There are no weekends, by the way.
What is weekend?
What's a weekend? I don't know. So you got to work all, like
All
how
days, yeah.
in Mirchi you used to say, we have 8 days a week.
Yeah, I remember.
So much work is there.
Yeah.
So if you're an entrepreneur, you have to be ready to be working day in, day out. There is no Sunday, no Habba,
Right.
no Raja, no holiday.
Correct.
And you're actually fueling your passion into a bigger thing.
Right.
See, if Nicky is a music producer today, actor today, a it's because he loves doing what he... And he's not part-time. He's not doing morning 9 to evening 6 o'clock. He's not a musician.
Right.
So he's there 24 hours because it's there in our mind. Maybe in the middle of the night, I've got a tune. I think I need to make
Brilliant.
a song out of it.
Yes.
So it's like that.
Okay.
When you do something out of passion, it's a 24-hour thing.
And tell me something. For people, say we are today. Hopefully, this podcast and your talk is going to inspire a lot of these young guys to get into this whole role of being an entrepreneur, right? So, what is that practical challenges or what is that practical mindset that you need to prepare? Because there is no way that you can say that I'm going to go into an event or I'm going to go into this or go onto the stage or something without any preparedness, right? So what is the amount of preparedness? See, they want to know this practicality because a lot of people give talks about, be this, be that, be positive mindset, this, that. But there is much more to the story, right?
Going through the grind is a total different journey.
So let's give these guys something which is going to help them in reality?
See, back then, Nikki, you and I were probably well trained as in to face objections.
Right.
Today's generation, I'm talking about Gen Z, right? So they want everything happening in a jiffy.
Right.
A lot of them actually might not have patience.
Right.
We need to accept failure. And I think we were seasoned enough. We came through a lot of grind.
Yeah.
So we have seen rejection. Like you said, right? If you try something new, people will not accept it easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it takes a lot of time. So one, never run out of steam. So if you think that you're going to be a good singer, keep doing what you're doing good and put in your best effort, and then you will become a singer eventually. So any entrepreneur getting into any food business or music business or anything else, they need not run out of steam because somebody else put them down.
Right.
You know yourselves better than anybody else. Like when I was doing it, I knew that I'm running a race of a marathon. I might not get my victory immediately. It's not a 100-meter dash.
Correct.
I'll get it at the 50th kilometer, maybe after 42 kilometers of marathon. So you need to have patience. You can't run 100.
You wouldn't believe it. People still tell me today, saying that people who are even known to me, walk up to me someday, Nikki, what are you doing, man? What is there in music? You're a voice guy. Stick to your voice. Just do only shows. What are you doing? That's not what you do. Stop singing. You can't do things. You can't do music production and all this stuff.
People
But then,
can't write you off like that because they don't know who you are.
brilliant.
I did my engineering, got
Same.
into radio. When I was doing radio, nobody ever. So tomorrow, if I can become probably a singer with Nikki's help, nobody should be surprised because you never know. I look like a rapper today. I might even sing and
You never
become
know.
the next
Become
big
the
rapper,
big rapper
Yeah.
in the world. Yeah, there you know. See, this is. I think this is a huge tip to all those budding entrepreneurs, or you want to be successful in your own field. It doesn't matter. You can be successful in your own field, ladies and gentlemen. But then I think patience and all these things, and don't worry about just focus. I think focus is something
Focus, and also they should just say, for example, if you think that you're going to be a singer, give it your try and just let out and give it a try.
Yeah.
Because you never know. If you fail, forget it. Then maybe you can come back and become a drummer, or maybe you can become a keynote speaker, or you can become a businessman. But give it a try. Give it a try honestly.
Honestly, that's the one. Okay, so next question is that I was thinking of when we're talking about challenges, right? What was the biggest challenge? Because all of us are saying plastic free, but even till today we find that around, right? It's completely not gone.
See, my watch is made of plastic. Many people do troll me.
They troll you, but then I mean that's how the industry is today. So you will invariably find plastic everywhere because that's the most used
thing.
thing.
See,
right?
again, plastic is of great utility, but how are we disposing it?
Yeah.
Are you responsibly disposing? That's another thing. So it's very important. Whenever you do something, there are about 100 people who point fingers at you and say, this is not nice, you shouldn't be doing that. But then if you understand, for me, when I started the Zero Waste Juice Bar, I was telling them I'm not going to give you a straw. They used to ask, so what's the big deal? It's just one straw, right? Then I read the code. They said just one straw, right? Said 8 million people, 8 million straws. So it's about changing the mindset of people. So I was telling them why I was not giving them straws, why I still don't give tissues. If you come to my outlet, I've put a broad, big, bold line says,
I've seen that.
tissue kottila kododu illa. So you need to be very clear in your thoughts as to what exactly you want to do. And but to convey the same thing also is extremely important. So I sit them down and I tell them that this is the reason why we are doing what we are doing.
Yeah.
And when they understand, now cut to 8 years, people understand and they relate Eat Raja with something zero waste, and they say, oh, this is the reason why he does that.
Right.
Because I've also continuously kept on doing things, feeding the cows or doing some other product out of it. So jo dikta hai, wo bikta hai. So you need to also prove to people what you can't do it in a silo somewhere, sit and like, I don't.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
It doesn't work. At least in when there is something that is a change that needs to be done, you have to show them validate them with proof.
Absolutely. Okay. You know what? So you basically, I've seen you serve fruit juice. This is a very intriguing concept. It's a very unique to look at because I've seen a lot of people share videos and shorts everywhere where they're saying, "Oh, this is the most tastiest guava juice I've ever had."
Yeah.
Right? And then they're seeing the juice inside the guava nicely dug in, and like, how did you? Did this happen by accident, or was it like you said, no, this is the way I'm going to serve?
I had decided that this is how we should serve because in my mind it was very clear. I'm not going to use cup. See, I said like you said, I could have done any other business.
Yes.
There were already some 2,500 juice bars.
Yes.
So how does one more juice bar make the
Exactly.
difference.
Yeah.
So my mind was running astray at that time. Like, how do we make it different, or how do we make the real problem, and how do we
Address the real problem.
address the real problem? How do we come out with a solution?
Right.
So I saw that even if you use a glass, right, you need to wash it with at least 250 ml of water, which means that 250 ml of water is wasted to
Per
just
glass.
wash it per glass. Imagine if I were
Yeah.
to sell 100 glasses. I'm just giving.
Yes.
Okay.
And then hygiene also comes into
Yeah.
play. Right?
25 liters of water down the drain, and I don't know if it's many of these juice centers even now, they might just dip it in the water and take it out. It's not really clean too.
That's the reality. I've seen that too.
Reality.
Not
So
to put
I
people down.
said, if we have to win the vote of people, why don't we give the fruit itself? And how many people, like, Nikki, you tell me,
Yeah.
you would have, which is your favorite juice?
Good question. Let's say apple.
Apple. How was apple juice given to you ever in your life when you asked for apple juice?
In a glass or a
You got fooled. People have cheated us. You asked for apple juice. Why wasn't it not given in an apple? Why you did not ask it to be served in a
I
cup?
did not. I was not
glass.
that intelligent.
None of us
Glass.
were, because we
Yeah.
never questioned it. So I questioned the same philosophy. I said, like, if I've asked for apple, why isn't it served in apple? You don't show a cow and say this is a crow. You don't show an elephant and say this is a mosquito, right?
Yeah.
So why was this done to us? So I said to myself, if children are coming to my place, if they ask for orange, it should be served in an orange. If they ask for mango, it should be served in a mango. Also, it's a very visual thing.
Right.
Our juices are instantly famous, and जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. So they look at the juice, they smile at it, they're like, oh, this is mango, oh, this is an apple, and it looks so beautiful.
Right.
So there is no discount on that at all. So I want the next generation kids to remember their childhood with the juices that we serve. Can you imagine what we have planned as being part of their childhood memory? Not just juices.
Not just juices. It's
Like
the
we
way they-
remember, right, where our mummy, daddy took us
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
Sante or some place.
Yeah.
Or we all remember that.
Yes.
That memory is what I would want to give everybody now. And if they ever think of a juice like mango, they should think, at Eat Raja they used to serve in mango, and it was so nice.
Yeah, because I see a lot of people talk about saying people are forgetting culture.
Yes.
This generation and the future generation is going to forget the roots where they came from. They don't know certain festivals. They don't know what happens during certain festivals. They don't know. They don't know. Say, for example, if I say, does anyone know a cassette? What a cassette means?
Many people don't know. We all know.
Yeah, and lot of this
CDs.
generation,
Even CDs, I think they don't
A
know.
lot of this generation kids are only seeing them on iPads and Google.
They only
and
touch and they
only
play,
touch. They
that's
don't know. They don't know the feel of it. Of
Feel of
holding
it.
a cassette in their hands.
And rolling the
Rolling
tape
the
with a
tapes.
pencil.
Those days.
Those days.
My actual question to you is that how explain this process, because I'm guessing that's not an easy process.
It's not at all.
Because it amounts to a lot of creativity also. You have to ensure that you have to, can you go through, for example, somebody comes and asks for a guava juice, right? So I know you serve in those beautiful looking guava itself, the juice inside. I've seen people relish the juice. Not just relishing the juice, they relish the guava after that.
They relish the guava. The entire, they're consumed by the entire atmosphere actually.
Right. So tell me something. Go through the process. Let's say guava, for example.
Somebody comes and asks for chili guava is the most sold juice at Eat Raja.
Go ahead.
So they say like, okay, how are you going to serve the juice? Okay. And then we serve it inside of the guava. Oh, is it? Oh, but it's so small.
Yes.
I say, we give you 3 more refills. Oh, 3 more refills, is it? Okay, and after that, they're like, you eat the guava.
Right.
So you drink the juice, you eat the fruit, and then I ask them, what's your name? If they say, my name is Kishan, I say, hey, you're now going to be Zero Hero Kishan. Because
Wow.
you drank the juice, you ate the fruit, what's left in your hand? Nothing. Which means you did not generate any waste.
Wow.
That's why you are a hero for
So
this.
not just that you not generating any waste in your juice bar, and anybody who comes and uses or wants to have a juice, they do that, and they also in turn become heroes or
Exactly.
people who
So
support the environment.
We're giving them an experience actually. So they are being responsible for something that
Right.
is awesome like this.
Yeah.
And
But is it really difficult for you to actually, because see, I'll tell you something. If someone walks up to a juice bar, normal juice bar, and they say, sir, I want guava juice. I'll not mixer, put it inside, see, pour it out, glass, whatever plastic, give it to you. Yours is not the case. You have to dig through the fruit,
Yes.
remove the pulp. It's all done manually, I suppose.
Yes, it's all done manually, so there is a little bit of work. So it's a labor of love. So we love doing all that scooping and making. And sometimes our guavas, when we serve, right, they have a heart, they have a Mickey Mouse. There are lots of. It's completely communicable. Okay, we are giving a message to everybody, and there's a smiley sometimes.
as well.
So
Wow.
when people look at it, we are not just a juice bar. The moment you look at the juices, it's therapeutic. There is a smile coming on your face. You immediately pull out your phone and you take a selfie. You take a picture,
Picture
you
of it,
post
yeah.
on social media, send it to a near and dear ones, and say, "Hey, you know what? I'm having this juice. It looks looking so cool."
Wow.
So we have made everybody our ambassadors. Nobody keeps quiet
Yes.
after having this juice. They will go and tell it to 10 other people.
yeah.
They will share the pictures.
I think word of mouth is still the fastest medium of marketing.
and the most authentic.
Authentic medium, yes. That's where we come from as well.
Yeah.
We didn't. Okay, now we're talking about zero waste.
Yeah.
All right. So can you tell me more about the process of converting the waste that is generated
Yeah.
into bioenzyme? That's a very interesting concept.
It's a very interesting, very easy concept also. Sometimes you might find it like little, do I have to do all of that? But then when you love doing something, then you'll get addicted to it. And so it's very easy.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give you, like, after eating banana, what do you do with a banana peel?
Good question. Dustbin.
Yeah. So that's the most easily done thing.
Yes.
Just toss it in the dustbin.
Yeah.
Or sometimes we might just give it to a cow. Okay.
Cow. Yes.
That's a very good thing that if
I
you
try
do.
my best, but I can't find a cow.
But if
so
you
I put it
can't,
in.
what you can do is just cut the banana peels into small pieces.
Okay.
Put it in a bottle of water,
Mhm.
and then just leave it aside for like 2-3 days. Then when you take out, that water is nutrient rich. It's potassium rich. You
Wow.
don't need to do anything. Just pour it to all your flowering plants. Okay.
Okay.
And the flowers will bloom so beautifully.
Wow.
So the
that's
enzyme,
just with one banana peel?
just one banana peel. Can you imagine? It's got so much of
Tell me
potential
something.
thing.
One banana peel is going to feed how many plants? Approximately.
It depends. So if you put one banana
big
peel
size
and
banana
maybe
peel.
about 200 to 300 ml, so
Wow.
it'll take care of 1 or 2 plants for sure.
Wow.
So we have, instead of throwing it away,
Mhm,
you can make bioenzymes, which are very easy. You're not doing anything much.
Right.
So you allow the water to do the job, and then you put it back to the sapling. So then it also becomes manure.
So basically, you're saying that this is happening at a macro level where BBMP collects waste
BBMP,
separately.
we have a wet waste segregation
Correct.
committee. There's a dry waste segregation committee. So what happens? All the wet waste goes to the farmland there. So it all becomes a compost.
So they are doing it at a much
Larger scale.
You are doing it at the grassroots level.
So I always say BBMP's tagline is Nanna Kasa Nanna Javabdari.
Right.
So if we don't output any waste, BBMP does not have to pick up all the waste, take it some 20 kilometers away,
Yeah.
outside of the city. There's a lot of money, a lot of
Yes.
carbon footprint generated.
Yeah.
If you can handle your waste, and also it's gold. Once you put it into the soil, it becomes black gold, Gobra. So why would you just trash it anywhere?
That's a nice
else?
name to give. Black gold.
Black
is
gold, it
Yeah.
is gold. We
Wow.
sell it also. And we have to make our soil nutrient rich now. With the amount of pesticides that we are all eating with food,
Yeah.
it's extremely important that you grow your own food, put back everything into the soil, and have good healthy food at home. That's it.
Awesome. Tell me something, Raja. How do you ensure that because any business that anyone starts or anything that is something very similar to this has to have something called sustainability.
Yes.
Right? That's the key for any business. So how do you think that you practice sustainability with this venture?
See, when I started, like I said, for everything that we do, our love and passion is extremely important.
Okay.
So for me, I'll never get tired of picking up waste, cutting them, putting them into the compost, because I love the process. I know the dividends that I'll get after that.
Right.
So I enjoy the process. Somebody new might initially find it a little difficult, but then when you see I never waste food. You know how I started not wasting food? Once I had to grow double beans or something like that. So I put the seed, then I was waiting every day to look out of the window. It took some 40-45 days for the double beans to grow. And after that, when my mom made a meal out of it and then I was having it, I felt so happy. 45 days I had to wait for it. So the next time I had to throw away something, I thought twice. 45 days it takes. So you at my shop, if anybody orders for a chili guava, they drink, and if they throw the peel, we fine them now.
Oh, you find them?
Of course, because you can't see. It takes only a second to throw.
How do people react to that fine?
Initially, when we were charging 10 rupees as fine, they said, it's okay, big deal. And after interns came, Gen Z interns came, they said, what's 10 rupees is not at all fine. Put 200 rupees fine. So
that's a good change. If Gen Z is talking about increasing the fine to $200, then I think Gen Z is in queue with in skew with what?
I see a lot of trolls these days about Gen Zs not being good and being, but there are a couple of things that I learned from the Gen Zs as well. So I initially used to say 10 rupee fine if you don't eat the fruit. Okay. Our Gen Zs, when they came as interns, they say like, what 10 rupees, sir? It's nothing. So make it 200 rupees. So then they'll say, our juice is 70 rupees, fine is 200 rupees. And everyone like, what? Juice is 70, fine is 200? That again becomes a conversation. And our Gen Z interns, right, they used to say, yeah, because it takes 40 days, 90 days to grow, and you cannot just throw it in a second. So if you're throwing it, you better pay the money. And they smile.
Right.
That's a very good message that's given to them, and they smilingly they talk to them. Look at that 200. I better eat. I'm not giving 200 rupees fine. So it's a very nice way.
Do all people actually eat the fruit, or there is a because see, zero waste is if it goes totally a waste.
Yeah.
If it's not recycled, I will call it waste. Correct.
See, that's where Eat Raja has extremely good EPR policy in place.
Okay, let us know what is it.
EPR is Extended Producer Responsibility. It comes under this United Nations Solid Waste Goals as well. Okay, where if I'm the producer of the waste, I have to take care of it. So, God forbid, if you don't eat the guava, and if you're allergic to it, or if you're full,
those are the conditions that I was.
We still don't fine. So it's like the fine is only just to tell you as to how important it is, not to just trash it. Okay, but if you're genuinely like maybe if you're allergic to the fruit or if you can't eat it, you can still throw it. But we have a strong EPR. We will take that waste, make sure it is either composted or given to the cows. So that is where we come into we have it covered. So we make sure
important.
that we have.
Because a lot of people might say, some are allergic, some say, no, I not want to eat the fruit, I only want to have the juice.
You will not believe, many people right in the very first go, they'll eat of the guava. And then we tell we have 2 more refills. Oh, I didn't know about it. So they make up for it. Some people throw, some people overeat. So it's a balance. So we have to find a mid ground somewhere.
Okay, awesome. Now, I've seen you promote women entrepreneurs as well.
Yes.
Local women and moms especially, since we were talking about your mom in the beginning and stuff. So tell me something, how has this changed the dynamics of your business?
Everything.
I want to know the women power behind Eat Raja as well.
See, Eat Raja, earlier when we started this, it had a tagline called Eat Raja Amma Madiddu.
Correct.
Because so my mom, right? So I asked her, what are you good at? So she said, all these 50 years I've just been only cooking. So that's the only thing that I know to cook. I said, okay. So we'll go to the juice center. And she said, I don't know how to make juices. I said, like, okay. So you do what you are good at. So she said, I can make pongal.
This was the initial phase, right? I remember this.
So you'll not believe, initially when we started selling food. And along with the juices also. Okay. And many of the functions that we used to cater Amma Madid food, which means a mom who has cooked the food. Because your mom can never cheat a kid, or there is nothing adulterated.
And mom's food, who doesn't like it?
Yeah, who doesn't like? So it's always good. There is no ISI required for it. Okay, so there is no certificate. It's good.
It's already certified.
If it's mom made, it's good.
Yeah.
So we started making food and we started selling that also. So at that time people were like liking it, and because it's a different kind of a concept.
Yeah.
So that's good. So if it's made by mom, maybe it should definitely be good. And we started selling food. We started making mom made products also, because hapla, then sandige, then chutney pudi, chutney. And my mom, when she was sitting in Malaysia, she used to meet up with all her friends and all, right? Okay. Oh, what are you doing? Okay, you're making blouse pieces. Okay, you come. And then they used to sit and chit chat, and also at the same time, somebody used to come. Oh, she makes very good chutney pudi. If you want to buy, you tell her. And they used to say, okay, give me chutney pudi. Next day they used to make and sell. So my shop it is completely women powered. So my mom was at the center. Eat Raja was registered as an OPC when we started, with my mom as the owner. And I told Mom, all these 50 years we were quarantined at home because my father made you work. Now I've made you the boss. And I'll work under you. You have to give me salary. I said. So definitely, when a woman is made at the head of, we might underestimate them, but they have amazing powers.
It's just that they need the freedom.
Yeah,
I personally
I think we all, I'm ashamed to say this as a man, because many times we have actually undervalued them, devalued them. We just think that they're good at only kitchen and maybe certain things. So unless we give them the opportunity, we never really know. And it was only after she started, it became a major success when we started selling mom cooked food. And a mom would network other moms also. So she's also empowering other people,
Yes.
and making them come sit there, do the work along with them. So you can see how organically contagious it's becoming, and also it's becoming a bigger community now.
I think community, at a community level, that's where the success of the business lies, is what I personally think as well. Because if you have to build a business, it cannot be built overnight. Nothing happens. Like
And also when a woman is at the shop, right,
Yeah.
there is some kind of a trust factor that is also there for other people also to come and work.
Yes.
And for other people who think, okay, if a lady is running it, maybe it is good. So they come. That
And
really works.
I think one more message that you send out very, very strongly with regards to this is that it's not just a man being an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
A
definitely.
woman can actually do whatever business she feels like doing on this earth. Is something very, very straightforward that you send out.
There is no discount on that at all. In fact, they are multi-talented already, and they can do wonders.
Yeah.
It's just that we need to realize that, okay, they are more capable of doing things.
Right.
Physically may not be because of...
I mean, everybody comes with their own limitations. And,
but they have super other things to do.
Yes, awesome. See, since Eat Raja is not a charitable trust, or let's not even talk about charity, but Eat Raja is a business at the end of the day.
So I would say Eat Raja is a socio-impact business.
Okay, let me rephrase it. Eat Raja is a impact business.
Yes, that's
Now,
right.
how do you balance this whole business goals that you have and versus the community impact?
So community impact comes first for us, because
Okay.
whatever that we are doing is always towards the community, of the betterment of the society. That's why I said it has to have a social impact. People who are coming already are subscribing to our thought. They're
Right.
like, okay, I think this guy is doing something good, so let's buy juices from. So they're already doing that part of it. And when they come, they realize that they are also being a part of it. They're being a part of the solution. So they feel happy about it. The guilt feeling is not there.
Correct.
So it makes them naturally feel really good. And more people are drawn when they see doing this. And they'll go and tell their parents, and they'll tell their kids, you know what, I went to that place, you drink the juice, you eat the fruit, it's good, they're giving it to the cows.
Experience altogether.
So they get more people. So it's a contagious thing, which is very organic and good for the society.
But how do you balance the business?
So our businesses are already happening. So anyway, it's not like, we're running out of money or anything.
Right.
It does generate good. See, it's not always about money, right,
yes.
Nikki?
Correct,
So many
correct.
times, we are artists and we do it for passion
Passion
sometimes.
sometimes.
Okay? So once I waited
My team also asked me this question
It's-
so many times, that
see,
why do you?
anybody who's an entrepreneur who wants to be in business, if you are keeping money as your goal, then you're going to lose it soon.
Yes.
But if you have your passion in place, and if you think that you want to really do something different, you're going to stay in the innings for a longer time.
Yeah.
It's a golden thing. It cannot be written off anytime soon.
Wow,
I feel.
awesome. Now, we have spoken about your juice bar and stuff. We have to speak about people who adore it today, because after 8 years now,
Yes,
is the
8 years.
8 years, it's more about fame. It's more about anything. It's more about now. It's about the experience that they get at Eat Raja, right?
Yes.
Having said that, now I want to hear really heartwarming stories. This is the thing that I've been waiting to listen to, because I know all other information you have diligently put out in a lot of podcasts and stuff. But then talk about that one factor, heartwarming, and give us like a couple of narrations. What a customer felt, and he or she came and told you about this whole thing.
So I've never really made juices, right? So it so happened that I was trying out my juices the first time. I gave the juice to someone, and they said it's pathetic, it's worst. I've never tasted. So it was true and also real, because I was also learning around the same time. There are many times that we make mistakes, okay? But had I given up at that time, okay, then I would have probably never ever made Eat Raja the way how it is now.
Wow.
So failures are a part of our journey, and we need to learn from them.
All entrepreneurs go through this, right?
All
creative people.
Yes, everybody. So there are always mistakes that you will make, but I always tell this to my interns, okay? Tappu ಮಾಡೋದು ಸಹಜ.
Yeah.
ತಪ್ಪನ್ನ ಮಾಡದೆ ಅಂತ ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋನು ಮನುಜ.
Right.
ಅದನ್ನ ತಿದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋನು ತುಂಬಾ ದೊಡ್ಡ ವಿಷಯ. So you need to understand that, okay, I have made this mistake, let me edit. Okay, now how do I make sure that I don't do the mistake again?
Correct.
So that's being corrective. And your course correction is very important. And then when you realize, okay, I've done better than the last time, you've gone a little ahead in life.
Wow.
you have to always, these are all ground basic rules. So you have to do it.
Any nice very I know a lot of people who walk up to you and say juice chenagitu, it's all nice, very well made, we love the concept and everything. Any stories that you remember that really touched your heart?
So many of them are there. To be honest, in the very first couple of days, right? I had made my juice, and at my shop I was there. Somebody who was just transitioning between the city, and maybe they had to flight to catch, not Karnataka. So she told the auto guy, auto Anna, can you please take me to this place? Like, oh, eat Rajana, namagotu come, and got us here. So she made sure that she came. It was on her bucket list to have the juices here and then go back to the airport. So she told me that, since I was not from the city, the auto guys helped me a lot. So that all these things make me feel very happy that an auto guy understood what she wanted and he knew the brand and he got us. So I feel so, happy that there are people coming together to make things happen. So I feel extremely happy. Many times I might have not thanked the auto guy. I might have not thanked that lady who I don't know where she is from. But it makes me feel so nice and so happy that you are being chosen one for many things.
Absolutely. You know what? Actually, if you come to think of it, you've already built a huge community around this, right? Almost like, let's say, the local people and all those people now know you, not just for the brand's sake, not just for the fame's sake. They know what you deliver, right? So, do you take extra any efforts to stay connected with this audience? It's very important. We talk about loyalists, loyal customers, or your community.
So I know them, most of them, basically.
Okay.
Because I would have run into them at another event, or we keep seeing them quite often. So you don't like how any of these aggregators come say, how do you retain your customers? And like, you don't need to retain the customers because they know you. They love the product that you're giving. So they will come back. You don't need to give them, dangle a carrot and say, if you buy 2, I'll give you 3 free.
You don't need to do all that.
I've never really done that. In fact, I've never really, honestly, Nicky, I've never even asked anybody, go put a nice review about us. Never. I would never do that. I said I'll allow the product to do the talking.
The product is organic. So is the reach organic.
Some of them also trashed us, given us tomatoes, and they've given horrible juice center. It may be true because on that day it was dirty, it was not up to the mark. It's all,
it can't be the same every time. Even for a singer or a performer, every time they cannot perform the same way they perform every time. Awesome. Now let's talk a little bit about fun. I've heard this called cycle mixi. Yeah, I'm going to get there.
People trash talk me about that cycle mixi also, but that's the one which has earned me money. It's got me a million number of views, which nobody knows. They say, hey, this is
today they'll know. Ladies and gentlemen, that one has a lot of millions of views, and it's whatever people have said about it. But today, Raja is going to let it out and tell us how this happened. Where was the idea from?
The cycle mixi is nothing but, during that quarantine time we had COVID, right? We were sitting and doing nothing. So I was always thinking of how can we make our juices better? How can we make it more carbon neutral? If you have to make any juice, you have to run the mixi, which means electricity is used. Can we do something that is human powered, pedal powered? And that's when I saw this. It's an old concept of a dynamo runs, right?
Correct.
So we use the same. We attach the mixi on top of it, and if you pedal, the mixi runs and the juices get crushed. So it's a slow process, which means the fibrous quantity is retained, pulpier juice is there, and you get to eat the entire thing without the use of electricity, and you lose a couple of calories when you cycle. I said, wow, this is so amazing. So I partnered with a college to make this and gave it as a project to them, and they came up with a project.
Okay. So the patent is with you?
There is no need of a patent as such. It's a very simple concept.
Okay.
Of course, I have documentary evidence of how we made all of that.
Okay.
Anybody can make it.
But does it also adds to the one of the number of firsts that you have on your to your credit, saying that Eat Raja?
Definitely, because this entire cycle mixi is made from waste. So we are more focused on waste engineering. What you thought as waste, and if you threw it away, that was taken and made it into a product, and that generates revenue. So sometimes our cycle mixi is booked for months together. Many corporates want it there as a demo, or people want to convey this kind of a message.
I don't know if I can make the suggestion to you. You're the boss there, but I think this should be put. Cycle mixi should be there in every corporate, every
as
company.
of now, everybody takes it and uses it and then gives it back. So which is why I'm making money. So which is a good thing. So many people pay money. So it comes with zero cost, as in it was made from waste, right?
Right.
So, but there is a transportation cost attached, because these days if I have to ferry to Bellandur,
Right.
the porter charges are more sometimes.
Of course. I mean, now though in the city, traveling and moving around is not easy.
But the cycle generates a lot of revenue for us. So it's so far generated a lot of money. So whoever said, "Hey, this is just children
this?
idea," you can say whatever you want to,
Yeah.
but it's running, it's in demand, it's generating money.
Right.
I have no complaints about it.
Awesome. Now I have one more concept that you came up with. Okay, cigarette juice. this is the, I don't know. This is the most wackiest because even uttering the word cigarette is a no. Right?
That's exactly what my mom did. Okay,
Yeah.
it was around this World Tobacco Day.
Mhm.
I saw that our juices are really good juices, but youngsters are not having it. I was wondering, why are these people? They can go and have some dirty pizza there,
Yeah.
or pani puri, which is I don't know from what water is made.
Yeah.
Why are they not having some really good juices that I'm making?
Right.
And then I realized that maybe our juices were slightly expensive. I would say even now our juices are slightly a tad expensive than other juice centers. So these kids used to look at the juice and like, oh, nice. This
Yeah.
chili guava, there is ginger pineapple, that's all. And they walk away. Never used to have the juices. One day I followed them just to see why they don't buy the juices. And I saw them smoking. I was like, when you have the money for smoking, why don't you spend that
And the
money
juice.
here?
Yeah, it's healthier.
And then, no, it's not me. No, he gave. Then I realized that, a cigarette maybe costs about $8 to $10 or something
20
like that.
rupees.
Or maybe
I
now.
don't smoke, but then neither do I promote smoking, ladies and gentlemen. No, smoking, no.
So back then, I think I had just checked with one of my friends. He said
Oh,
8
go
rupees
8
to
rupees,
15
okay.
rupees,
Yeah.
depending on the brand. Oh, maybe my juices are 30 rupees. That's why they think it's not something affordable. But that's healthy.
Right.
So what I said was, okay, if you think that our juices are expensive, come and drop one cigarette. I'll give you a juice for free.
Oh, that's
Yes.
how it's called, cigarette juice.
The idea here was again not to sell the juice,
Oh.
but to nip it in the bud, because they're just 16, 17. They become the habit of smoking.
Right.
So how do you cut that out? You give me one cigarette, I will give you my juice for free.
Wow.
So that was the idea, and it was called cigarette juice. So if you think it's unaffordable, give me the cigarette. I'll give you the juice.
So
It's
it
good for
happens even till today?
well, the concept is still running. That is what triggered other B schools to start thinking Eat Raja as a pink cow. Now,
Okay.
what's a pink cow?
Yes,
I had no clue. So people came and they were looking, observing at the shop, and like, this guy's a pink cow. Like, I stopped them and I asked them, "You've been watching my store for a long time, standing here. What are you doing?" He's doing. They're like, "We're trying to analyze your brand. You are a pink cow." I said, like, "What is a pink cow now?" So it's just it's a marketing jargon where they say, "Have you seen the pink cow?" And
No.
then you'll say, "No." Then you'll go and tell, "Did you see any pink cow here?" No. And somebody says,
So
"What is
is-
a pink cow?" So they will keep talking about it.
So
But
it's a moniker made, or
it's
it's a name that they have
it's a
coined.
name, but it's like a concept. So
Right.
cigarette juice is a pink cow concept.
Oh.
So there is no cigarette juice as such
As such,
existing.
existing.
It's not like your mango juice when you order, you get it.
Yeah, of
So
course. Mhm.
it is there, but it is not there. But everybody is talking about it.
Mm.
So we had created the cigarette juice and it became a buzz. Everybody, like, it's been like 7 years, and even now you're talking about cigarette juice.
Yeah, of course, because I remember that. So I felt
That is when I realized, oh, I'm good at marketing now. Because it was one of the things which I never knew that I can use it for marketing, but I did that. Outside my shop, I had written cigarette juice, 30 rupees. My mom got a heart attack. Oh my God, we are between two temples and you started selling cigarettes.
did people also come and ask you, I want a cigarette and a juice?
You
Because-
know what happened? A big company,
Yeah.
cigarette making company, sent somebody to see what cigarette is he using. So they were curious. How is it called cigarette juice?
Juice, yeah.
What is? Just go see, find out whether if he's using any cigarette in the juice. They were really very
That's
curious.
success, Raj.
That was success.
That's success.
That fellow came and is like, hats off to you, sir. Like, why? Sir, actually, I've been sent from my company. They just wanted to know what is a cigarette juice. And
You should have taken a cigarette from him and given him juice
the
instead. You
idea
did.
was here to nip it in the, it was World Tobacco Day, right? I said, like, you drop your cigarette and I will give you the juice for free. So that's like one cigarette less, at least you're smoking, good for your health.
Wow.
That was the idea behind that.
Whoa, that's a story. All right, Raj. Now, we have heard so far what this zero waste juice bar is all about. Okay,
Yeah.
it started as a very, very small.
Small.
And
Even though
it's
it's
now-
10 by 10 only.
Nah, it's 10 by 10, but it's reached millions of
Yeah.
hearts. Okay, so it's grown as big as it can possibly be, and more probably is going to go bigger than this. Now, what's the bigger idea here, Raj?
I definitely, like you say, Mars is still a little out of question, but definitely I want to take it. We've started in a couple of other states as well, but I want to take it.
What states are you in right now?
So we very early in our career, we started it in Vijayawada.
Oh,
So that was very welcoming for also to see the change in Vijayawada. We ran it for about 2 years.
I think you have already, looks like this is something that happens with most entrepreneurs I've seen. The name they coin eventually becomes an international brand.
Yes.
You are not pertaining to any language as such, because Raja is your name. It comes from there. Eat is an English word, but still it's got the ring with, I think you take it in Karnataka where it's Kannada predominantly. We still say eat Raja. Raja is still there. So you go to Telugu also somewhere, they'll say, Raja, Ra, Pora, all those things
Yeah.
there. I think I don't know, it is destined to be a super brand. I would say let it be a global brand.
Yeah,
That's where I want to take
See,
it
a
to.
lot of entrepreneurs are going to be listening to your show,
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
this is something as a takeout, okay? Even before we started Eat Raja, right? I was very clear in my mind. I had Kalam sir in my mind. He says, think big.
Great.
Okay? So it's like, think big, let's print also big. So all our Eat Raja branding, you should see, it's very big and bold.
I always wanted to ask you.
You can see it from like
a
some
million
fire-
miles away. The moment I hit Sampige Road,
You will see that from
yes,
far.
I will see it from far. I was like, it's brilliant. So,
yeah, jo dikhta hai wo bikta hai.
hai.
And also I had this mind in my mind that Kalam sir said like you have to think big. I said like okay, let's think big and print it also big. So I printed it big, and now people say that you are a global brand. What is a global brand? I did not know. So entrepreneurs know it better. So a brand which is grown locally, which has gone globally. It's called
Wow.
Glocal.
That's amazing.
Because in Eat Raja, Eat was English, Raja's font is in Kannada. Okay?
Right.
Very unusual thing for
Very
a brand
yes.
to have done.
Yes.
But then I did this even before we became famous. That is,
Right.
in my mind, I was clear. I'm going to stay local, but yet have a global appeal.
Wow.
So Eat was in English, Raja was in Kannada. I said whichever state that we go to, we'll have Raja written in that language. When we went to
Whoa.
Tamil Nadu, Raja was in Tamil, and when we went to Andhra,
Yeah.
it was in Telugu.
Yeah.
So same case, if we go to Dubai, it will be in Arabic.
That's exactly what I observed. And I wanted to say this to you. And then tell me something, honestly, today on this podcast. Did Beat Raja ever feel scared in his mind, even a small iota of being scared? What will happen to Eat Raja
I think sometimes if
if you launch it? Say,
no,
you had the thought behind it, but then
if I launch it anywhere, I'm sure that it is going to be a sure success, but the pace might be a little different.
Right.
But I always worry that what after me? Sometimes if I die, who will take care of Eat Raja? So will it even survive as a brand later? Because when our Dubai partners wanted to launch Eat Raja in Dubai, and they had seen our work and they were very impressed, and they called me over to Dubai.
Okay.
And if you see, I put my photo in my this thing, right?
Yeah.
So this thing came from there. So I went to Dubai. So this team in Dubai, they called us and they said like, we are very impressed with your brand and I love the concept. I want to show you something, and they took me to Philly Cafe.
Okay.
Philly Cafe in Dubai is very famous because
Yeah.
I think he's got his photo put there.
correct.
And when he started a very small and become a big brand. So they said you are very similar to him. So I think even in your logo, you should put your face so that nobody copies your idea. I said, great. That was a great takeoff from there and learning from there. And I came back to India and I put my face there. Now nobody can copy. I mean, you will not start a juice bar and put my photo, right?
No,
So it's very difficult.
Yeah. I will never copy you. Don't do it.
So if at all, you'll have to put my, I mean, if you want to stay authentic. But the moment my face is not there, which means that's a fake brand. So
Wow.
that idea, that business idea, I got it from there. So after that, I put my face there and started working on it. And today.
Okay. Awesome.
So tomorrow, I say if I die, what will happen?
That's the only fear you have.
Then I look at KFC or somebody is there. I don't know if he's there or not, but his
then
face
this
is there.
running, yeah. So you will remain to be a legacy, Raja.
I hope.
No matter, yeah, of course. I mean, when the moment you've said you've grown locally and then you want to be an international brand, that's what happens. So this is here to stay. Okay.
Definitely.
As a friend, as also professionally, I would want this to happen for you so that the legacy stays.
I
Right?
hope
Because
it works.
yes. Now, not every organization. Mostly, not every organization, every business organization think business with a purpose. Yours is purely a business with a purpose.
Yes.
Like you said, purpose is first and business comes next, right? So, for all those youngsters watching or anyone who wants to start a business with a purpose, your tips for them.
See, I got to do what I'm doing, like, business with a purpose, with a social impact, because I came across in my early days of my life people who inspired me. Like,
Right.
it could be Sudha Murthy, ma'am, because I remember once we had to interview her, and I saw her that she's a really big person,
Right.
but she was so simple and so grounded,
Yeah,
still
very
wearing the
humble.
same simple sari and wearing the jasmine flowers and very simple look.
Yeah.
I was like, when I had to meet her, my other colleague Disha was introducing me to her, like, hey, this is Raja, and she's about to say, and Sudha ma'am rose up from the seat like this. We were in the studio,
Right.
and I'm Sudha Murthy. I'm like, no
Wow.
need for her to introduce.
Yeah.
So I told, I mean, no matter who you become, if you are yourself.
Yeah.
And it's such a nice trait to have. So I learned from them. I said, whatever you're doing, no matter you become, you have to give it back to society, stay grounded. So these are all the things that I learned in my growing days. And that's exactly what I want others to also follow. And even if you're making like millions, a part of it has to go to charity or give it back to the
Right.
society and do
Yeah.
things. I said, okay, if I'm not making a lot of money, at least let's do something for the society, like
Correct.
planting the trees or
Right.
cleaning up a lake. It has to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So that's what we do.
So what is the say, for example, if you have to give 3 pointers, 3 business pointers,
Yes.
right? As a entrepreneur today, to budding entrepreneurs, what is it going to be?
First thing is, like, if you have an idea in your mind, you know the idea really in and out. So never get cowed down, never get defeated by the thought that somebody discouraged you. Just go with it, try it. If it doesn't work, maybe you have to have a plan B also ready. Okay, initially nobody is going to support you. You might feel
Correct.
really drained out and almost like shutting down. Many times it's happened with me that I say, like,
Right.
okay, why do I have to do this? I can just go back to radio even now and
Yeah.
make money, and
Correct.
why struggle? So that's when you have to really stay strong, and you need to have your shoulder really strong there and support yourself. And if you believe in yourself, you can go ahead and do that. Of course, 2-3 people who are really close to you can be of a pillar of support to you. Otherwise, you really need to go through it all by yourself.
Okay.
And that makes you, trust me, really strong, really, really strong.
Awesome.
And
Great piece of advice.
many times, like I said, we always fail, but we need to learn from failure. You
Okay.
can't say that done.
So like they say, failure is always a stepping stone to success.
Any business.
Now, one big question.
Yeah.
You didn't imagine 8 years Eat Raja.
Yeah.
Now, where do you imagine Eat Raja? Let's say 5 years?
This
Maybe
is
10?
My interview HR question. They'll ask, where do you see yourself 5 years
This
from?
is the only question which I wanted to stick to the format and said, okay.
I'm very clear in my thought. I already have decided that I want to open Eat Rajas across the world because I've been inspired by many Indian brands that are there. When I go abroad, I see when I obviously go, I go to an Adyar Anand Bhavan.
Right.
When I go to Dubai, MTR is there. I went to Malaysia recently. I was like,
Right.
I want to eat that masala dosa. I want to have my coffee.
Yeah.
So it's a very Indian thingy, right? When we go outside, we feel like missing back our home and all. So I feel that, and not just that, it's not just about the taste. I think it's about changing the world's perspective about waste. And I feel garbage issue is the biggest issue
Yeah.
everywhere.
Right.
How do we address it? And then we have a super good formula. All people have to do is just subscribe to the thought and start doing it. That's it. So I feel that we have a reason why we have to be there everywhere in the world because there is garbage everywhere and we have a ready solution to it.
So with that answer, I'm going to safely assume that Eat Raja is going to be a global brand soon and you will be across the world.
Definitely. We have done a few events outside of India, but as a brand, we still need to establish. And I'm really looking forward to. So whoever is listening to this podcast, watching us, please feel free to get in touch with me. I'll be more than happy to collaborate with you. But for all these, we need somebody local there. You can't just go there and start off something.
That's
you
true.
need some local support.
Yeah, of course, the logistics and a lot of things work according to the area that you're in.
So you have to
part
grow
of the world.
together.
Correct.
So I definitely am looking forward for a lot of collaborations.
Yeah, there you go. So Eat Raja saying that. And I always kept saying that, budding people, budding entrepreneurs. The word budding is for people who want to just start off. So it's not about how old you are, how young you are, how, it doesn't even matter. You can be 60 years old, ladies and gentlemen, and you can still have, a zero-waste juice bar or whatever it could be, right? So, because I always believed in this. So I kind of addressed a couple of times saying that, budding artists, like now we say budding artists and stuff. But I only was trying to say that, people who want to just give it a go, I think they should give it a go.
That's what many movies like How Old Are You, English, all of these teach, right?
True.
So that one Malayalam movie, How Old Are You? The title itself comes because somebody asks, but how old are you? And she says, it doesn't matter. So truly, it doesn't matter, no matter what age you are in. Just start off, and that's how I think even KFC brand, I think after 70s or something that he started.
Off.
So you never really, and I also didn't start when I was 18. I started much later. So we have seen.
We will not reveal our ages today, Raj.
Yeah, 18
we have decided. Yes, we are just 18 plus. We were 18 plus. We will be 18 plus.
Yeah. So you can start anytime and become a success.
There you go.
Rapid
fire?
Yes.
You ready? Okay, here we go. Eat Raja's rapid fire. What's your favorite fruit juice of all time? Name one.
Avocado mango.
Avocado mango. It's two fruits, Raja.
So what? That's the new thing. Okay, at Eat Raja. See, any other place you might just juices, mango or avocado, but we have a lot of varieties that never ever anybody can think of.
Oh.
And what we do is avocado and mango. Right now, as we speak, is a season of avocados and mangoes. So if you want to have a non-sugary juice, put all the ripe mango and mix avocado. Avocado doesn't have any taste
to it. Yeah.
It's a potential combination of health without sugar.
That's my
favorite.
That's my juice when I come to your.
Sure, I'll make it for you.
Right, here we go. If not Eat Raja, what would you be doing now?
Films.
Oh, films like what? Producing, directing, acting?
I love acting.
Wow.
So before I could start Eat Raja, I was kind of like approached by, since I had done some small movie and I was very interested in doing movies and all. But you act madi. Even now somebody calls me and said, yeah, you give me a hero role.
Okay, one thing that you miss even till today about being an RJ.
Being an RJ was a life-changing thing, okay? Can you imagine, like somebody, like many times we have experienced, right? When somebody's deep down crying, they've like lost someone, they think that we are their soulmate, their friend. They just give a call and like, today I'm not keeping well, I lost my whatever, I flunked in the exam. And you talk to them in just 1 minute or so and say, hey, I'm going to play this song for you. You changed their life.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. Can you imagine? You're almost like God. You have the power to change somebody's mood, life at that moment.
That too for the better.
And I feel that, that I can't do on a day-to-day basis. That's what I miss about radio. You can actually change somebody's life. And so many times when you give them some gift, they feel like so happy. And they're like, that power was something that I really
That's the
miss.
power. Okay. Fruit shell or steel glass? What's cooler? What's cooler?
Cooler. I think fruit shell definitely, because when you hold a guava, it looks way too cooler than just holding a mug like this or a steel.
Yeah.
The fruit cups, definitely.
Okay, the fruit cups. Okay. Now, most bizarre juice request you've ever received at Eat Raja.
Okay, we have this Hagalkai juice, bitter gourd juice. Yeah. You will not believe.
Don't tell me you served that in a bitter gourd.
We have served it in a bitter gourd.
Really?
Yes, there are videos. You can go check. Otherwise, I'll tag you one, okay?
Yeah, please.
So somebody came like, okay, you make juices, right? So can you make bitter gourd juice? I said, like,
are we allowed to post some of your videos in this podcast?
Of course, I'll
great.
give you all the videos. You can share them. Like amazing.
So Karela,
bitter gourd, Hagalkai. So I said, we don't make the juices.
Were they happy?
They were very happy.
Wow.
See, some people have a requirement, because of medical reasons.
True.
But they said, like, can you serve it inside of the same, was the question. Because we were known for serving every fruit inside of that.
Fruit, yeah.
Like we have cucumber served inside cucumber and all. They said, like, okay. I said, it looks a little different, but yeah, let's give it a try. And we served it inside of that.
Awesome.
So we added a little bit of orange also to enhance the taste of it. And they loved it.
Wow, man. Your eco hero or sustainability role model? Which one?
I am a zero hero. I'll tell you why. Because I had zero knowledge about this, zero investment, and zero experience.
Wow.
So that's another tip to all the entrepreneurs. Like if you have nothing, you can still become an ace at whatever you're looking at. I had zero experience, zero investment, zero.
No, zero waste as well.
Yeah.
And zero pollution.
So I
zero...
call myself a zero hero.
Wow, zero hero. Wow. You redefine the word zero. Okay. Now, one Kannada word everyone should and must learn. It's worth it.
I think sakat is a good word because you can get away with it.
Using it everywhere. Prefix.
How
sakat
is
was-
if Nikki comes and plays a music like Raja, how is it? Say, hey, sakat agide. And we come from the brand also,
Brand
right?
also, yeah.
Sakat hot maga was a word that
that's
we
the
all
thing
coined.
together as a team.
Sakat agide. Look at a girl and say, how do I look today? Sakat. Juicing ide. Sakat.
Yeah.
He broadcasting ide. Sakat.
Okay. Now, I know this is a very difficult question next, I'm hoping. In 3 words, describe Eat Raja.
Zero waste juice. It's easy for me.
It's easy. Those are only 3 words, or you can use 3 different words if you want.
Okay.
3 different words.
Of course, zero waste
Is there.
defines what we
Right,
are.
right.
I would say
Or maybe personally also. It could be a personal word too.
I still feel it's the world's best juice.
World's best juice.
Because no other juice can come closer to it. Because one, it doesn't generate waste. It gives you a lot of real
Nutrients,
fruit
yeah.
and fiber and all of it. So
Nutrients,
what way are you going to say it's not good? It's the world's best juice. And
Got
it's there only in Malaysia, Bangalore.
Got it. Awesome. Now, your guilty pleasure snack.
I love jamun. I love chips. All of it. Actually, I'm a foodie.
Because I know you. Ladies and gentlemen, when we were back in radio, he's one guy who used to introduce us to a lot of these places where to just go eat. Just go, come, let's go eat.
Yeah.
If you're free, let's go. Let's go eat. So, one foodie, yes, I can vouch for that. So, that's your guilty pleasure snack?
I love jamun. Chips is my all-time favorite snack.
Got it. Now, if you were a fruit, which one would you be and why?
I would love to be mango.
Why?
Because it's
Is
the king of
fruits?
all fruits.
I guessed it.
Because I feel that it comes only once, like in 2 or 3 months in a year, and
right.
people wait for it.
Right.
And I love that that wait for it. I'm always waiting. Like when is
Spoken
the
like a true
mangoes?
entrepreneur.
Yeah. So when you come, people should be waiting for you. It's just like when star comes, right? They're waiting for the star to come on the stage.
The value goes up.
Yeah.
Right. Now, straw made of banana, leaf, or no straw at all? Which one would you choose?
No straw. Because at our shop also, we always say that, you should drink without a straw. Most of the juices, it's best consumed without straw.
Without straw. Is it because it enhances the taste? I know it's a rapid fire, but we still, whatever.
Yeah, I feel that, you get to really, like my chili guava, there's no point in having it the straw because your lips won't get the taste of the chili that is smeared on it. Okay.
Right.
That gives you an instant kick.
Got it. Okay, one song that gets you into the zone to hustle, because I know you've been doing hustling a lot.
I'll tell you, this song inspired me even in radio days, okay? Before I could come to the Radio Mirchi interview, I was passing by, and this song is from My Signature, Sudeep's song. Of course, the earlier version is Tamil, My Autograph, okay? I loved the song, sung by Chitra ma'am. Okay, so I'm
What's
sure
the name of the song?
Araluva hoovugale
Nice.
alisiri.
Very nice. You're singing as it. He doesn't need to
Because I was coming to the interview in Indranagar and I saw Ideal band, okay? So people who can't see, right? They were singing this song. And in that movie also they sing. And in that very beautifully they say, Ulipettu tindrenene, you will get to know. So those words were really nice.
Okay. One myth people have about eco-friendly businesses.
It's expensive is what they think, but it's not really expensive.
Wow.
It's not.
What's more satisfying, a perfect juice blend or a plastic-free customer? This is a giveaway.
Plastic-free customer, because they're not going to really throw the weight around and do a lot of nakras.
Okay.
Because when they understand, it becomes a lot more easier.
Okay. One dream celebrity you would love to serve juice to, which you haven't yet.
Lately, Rasha Thadani. I'm a fan of her because I think she's really cute. And
If you're listening,
Rasha.
Raja is waiting to serve juice to you.
Then I'll say, Uyamma, Rasha Thadani came. I really like her a lot.
Okay, got it. Okay, next. One eco habit you swear by every single day.
I never throw anything outside of my pocket and my bag. This is something that I've been cultured. So I never throw anything away at all.
Okay.
So even if I have a packet of chips, the wrapper goes directly into my bag or my pocket. I never throw.
Okay, since you're an entrepreneur today and also a radio artist before, even now I can say, what's harder? Entertaining a radio audience or connecting or rather converting someone to be, practicing zero waste living? Which one?
I think radio audience, because radio is a one-sided medium. You're speaking, you don't have the listener
Audience in front
there.
of you, yeah.
So we assume that they're understanding and they're liking it. Customer, if you make the juice and give the sip and their facial expression, okay, something is wrong, something is good. But radio is a tricky business because you are, and you have to be there all the time. doing it without looking at the people. So it's a very difficult job.
Okay. Now, in your juice bar, you have natural ingredients all around.
Yes.
Fruits,
Only
vegetables.
natural.
Only natural. So what is that one particular smell that you like? Maybe making of some juice or one particular juice or something. What is that one smell in Eat Raja store, in Eat Raja juice bar that you...
Definitely, I don't know about other fruits, but mango also has a distinct, but halsna not jackfruit.
Jackfruit.
The moment it ripens, right from the tree, it invites you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know if you were there around the time when we were in Mirchi. My house had 2 huge jackfruit trees, and I used to
think
get
I
the
was.
fruit. So the moment I used to get the jackfruit, the entire floor is full of the smell.
Yes.
And people used to love it. So sweet. And I love the smell of a jackfruit.
Okay. One rule you would make mandatory in every juice shop in India if you had the power to do it. What would that be?
Dispose no waste, and if at all you're throwing something, make it responsible disposal. Because I see that giving a tissue is not really a problem, but where they throw is the biggest problem. So disposal culture, we have not really taught to a lot of people. Even now, when you just randomly pass by, right, people will buy something and they'll just randomly throw it without even knowing, subconsciously.
Right.
So that's something that has to stop. If people are cultured into disposing it the right way, like how it's done in Japan, responsibly,
Right.
I think India can be a lot cleaner.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of this podcast. I really want to thank my friend, my good friend for ages now, and also entrepreneur today, and RJ, right?
Thank you so much.
And a multifaceted personality. I'll call you Raja rather than Eat Raja,
that's
right?
more than yes.
So who owns, who founded Eat Raja. So thank you so much, Raj. It feels so nostalgic. Also, it feels so good for me from within, because we are sharing this kind of a format after 20 long years.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much for making it today. And I really wish, on behalf of my team and everybody at White Pearl Studios, that you made it here today. We're really happy, and best wishes for Eat Raja. We are soon hoping that it turns out to be a global brand. And may everything, any idea that you have with Eat Raja or many more such ideas, because I know you are a super creative guy. Anything forward, we really look forward to having you as a global brand soon, right? Not just Eat Raja, but
Thank
Raja
you so
as
much.
such. Okay? Thank you so much for
for all
coming.
the love, appreciation, and support.
Always, Raj. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the end of this episode. If you want to tune into more podcasts and different podcasts, you want to talk about AI, you want to listen to about entertainment and stuff, White Pearl Studios is the destination for you. So go ahead, and links are right here. So enjoy any podcast you like. But for now, it's me, Niikhhil Kumar, signing out, as well as Beat Raja, Eat Raja, Raja signing out from this podcast. Thanks so much, Raj. All right. Bye-bye. Take care.